Hi, welcome back to Faith and Conviction, and I am your host, Ray Harris, and we have been discussing all of these Bibles. We have really been looking at all of the things that has come down to us through the centuries. There's lots to read. There's lots to study. This is the Protestant Reformation Bible. We talked about it. It has translation coming out of the Hebrew into the Greek, and probably some Latin work. My memory doesn't really help me too much, unfortunately, right at this moment. So if I'm mistaken, please be corrected by different information that's out there. But we see Moses here. This is the 5 books of Moses, which is a translation of this, which is the 5 books of Moses in a Hebrew scroll. It has commentary. And we can move all the way through these things and come all the way down here to this. This is an Aramaic New Testament. And some believe that Jesus spoke Aramaic at that time. I don't know if we can prove it one way or the other, but this is a Semitic language. You go from Hebrew to Aramaic to Arabic. It's very interesting. They are sister languages. But the rest of this is either Greek or it's English. And when we look at these things, it becomes very difficult. Which one of these is the standard? There are 24 translation works sitting on this table. Now, some would say this Greek New Testament and this Greek New Testament are not translation works, they're original source material. And I can understand that argument. But when we look at these things, this is an English New Testament, translation of the Greek. We can look over here at the complete Jewish Bible. It has an Old Testament, which is in the Hebrew mindset, is the Hebrew Bible, which is Hebrew and some Aramaic. And then this complete Jewish Bible has a translation of the Greek New Testament into English. So this complete Jewish Bible is all English, but based upon Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. When you look at all of these things, do we consider the Geneva Bible the standard? The King James 1611 the standard? This has the Apocrypha with it. So does this Geneva Bible. Or do we consider this King James the standard, but it doesn't have the Apocrypha? Or do we use something like today's New International Version? Or do we use the New American Standard Bible? Depending on what you consider your source material, which is your authorization for your argument, you're going to have differences of opinion and or doctrine. This is very important. So it's not just a matter of what Bible is out there and what you read. It is the thing that your church will use, or what your study group will use, or what you use. All of these are from my personal library, except this one. This comes from a friend. This is his copy, but I have a copy of this very edition in my library. Everything here is mine. The Lord has allowed me to have these in my library. Now, all of these, I would like to say all of these are probably available on the Kindle, but I don't know if they are, or some other e-reader. So you can even have these in a non-printed format. All of these become very valuable. But the question is what's the standard? The astute Bible student, the one who has an appetite that cannot be satisfied by one translation or another translation, will have as many as he can possibly have, or as many as she can possibly have, because she or he want to get back as close as he can to the text. Now this is where everything really starts. And I know there's a history in and of itself for the development of Hebrew. But without the Hebrew, none of this exists. None of it. So here's what I want us to do. We are going into the idea that Torah matters. Studying helps us understand the New Testament, as this complete Jewish Bible shows us. It is very valuable. And we are going to have different theologies from these different people. But what I want us to do is I want us to pick off this table certain things that we're going to look at in our next segment. This New Testament, this Hebrew Bible, this New Testament, and this interlinear Greek-English. but this is a Greek Old Testament. And we will take with us this Torah. In the meantime, I ask you and encourage you to continue to seek God, know Messiah, fight hope.